from our guy Chapo, and he says Kalen DeBoer is going to take over the SEC and make Alabama rise to dominance again. He says he thinks he's going to win multiple championships. That is his unpopular college football take that he strongly stands behind. So to be fair, there's some thought behind this being unpopular because he hasn't been in the SEC yet and all that. We'll get to that. Kalen DeBoer has won everywhere he's been. As a head coach, 104-12. Okay, like that doesn't happen accidentally. You don't luck your way into 104-12. That's ridiculous. And I said it before when they hired him. As a coach, purely from the X's and O's standpoint, if that was all it came down to, I have zero reservations about Kalen DeBoer at Alabama. Zero. If it's just about coaching football, I think he's one of the best in the game. And I don't think that's that much of a discussion. However, here's where this becomes unpopular, and here's where I have an issue with this whole take. Bama has been Alabama in a lot of ways because of Nick Saban, absolutely. What he's brought to that program and the way that he's built that thing over the course of multiple years, absolutely Nick Saban is the foundation of what they've been. But what Nick Saban has brought to Alabama consistently is elite level recruiting. Top 2 classes every single year at Alabama pretty much for Nick Saban. So my concern for Kalen DeBoer is not can he recreate that. My concern is can he recruit well enough in the SEC and out-recruit and out-coach the guys that he's up against. Because I think well enough for Alabama will have to be somewhere in the top 5 when it comes to well enough recruiting to win national championships. And again, just look at who he's up against in the SEC. It's going to be a tough task. Because you have guys that are not just great coaches, but also great recruiters in the SEC and have some stability there with recruiting. Kirby Smart is the obvious one at Georgia. X's and O's, they're not lacking. They're definitely not lacking when it comes to recruiting. Steve Sarkisian on the doorstep of back-to-back top 3 classes at Texas. And they've got momentum with a college football playoff appearance. Hugh Freeze. Say what you want about Auburn. Hugh Freeze is going to recruit. He's a dog on the recruiting trail. Lane Kiffin, is he killing it on the high school level when it comes to recruiting? Not necessarily, but you better believe he's going to have a roster stocked with talent via the portal. Brian Kelly. Dude doesn't lose football games. North of 70% win percentage on his career. He's been coaching a long time. A lot was said about him not recruiting when he got to Baton Rouge. Right now he's got 2 top 10 classes. So I understand the thought that Kalen DeBoer could do it. I'm just saying you have to out-recruit and out-coach all those guys on a somewhat consistent basis to win multiple national championships. So for that reason, I have some concern. Now, I will say this. The first year for Kalen DeBoer in Tuscaloosa, that's going to be really important in the sense of they're going to have to stabilize the optics in Tuscaloosa. Because I think everybody's got a strong opinion on Kalen DeBoer right now. Whether you're my guy Chapo saying he's going to win multiple national titles, or whether you're somewhere on the other side of the spectrum saying Kalen DeBoer, he's going to go 8-4 every single year, be fired in 3 years. You see what I'm saying here? So if Alabama can go out and win 10 games this year, don't even have to win the SEC, just look competitive against Georgia, make the college football playoff as an at-large bid, and to be clear, 10 wins will do that if you're Alabama, and just stabilize what people think about you at Alabama. That's going to help the recruiting side of things, kind of help keep that pipeline, maybe not intact, but keep it more stable from the high school level to Alabama, and then be able to sort of build from there. So the first couple years here, it may not be a disaster for Kalen DeBoer, but I do think it's going to take some recalibration for Alabama fans at least. I think it's going to take a second for them to get on board with, okay, Nick Saban's not here anymore. It's kind of that same feeling when your parents drop you off at college, and it's like, whoa, okay, I'm not going back to my bedroom anymore. I'm not going into the kitchen and just grabbing a snack whenever I feel like it. Like there is a brand new normal now in Tuscaloosa, and what that looks like remains to be seen. But I have my reservations. But at the same time, again, dude has won every single place he's been. So I don't think I'll bet against Kalen DeBoer. But again, like what I said about USC, I am in wait and see mode. Same thing about USC's defense. Same thing is true about Kalen DeBoer. I need to see it from the recruiting side of things. Hey y'all, thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.